Hello, hello, hi, folks. Welcome. Happy Monday. In hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. Welcome. Good to see everybody. Man, one of those days, Um, I gotta say the day squeezed more out of me 2 days in a row, but you know what? I did much better today than I did yesterday. So that's an improvement. I'm working on it. I'm a work in progress. You know what I mean? Not perfect. Definitely not perfect. I meditated last night. I meditated this morning, and we'll see. We'll see. It's uh, it's your BS, your belief system, right? If you don't got no BS, if you got no belief system, then it's no bueno. As you're joining me live, let me know you're here because I never know who's here, who's not here. But I definitely appreciate those of you who join me live. I got a great message for you tonight. I was talking to a friend of mine today, and this is an interesting one. Okay, stay with me here. You know, even though you may not be into the sport or you may not be a big fan of the sport, but in MMA and in boxing, if you would, in martial arts, when the person goes inside the ring or as he's walking to the ring, if you would, there's a few people that walk up with him, right? They maybe 2 to 5 people, depending on the fight and depending on the fighter. But there's usually 2 to 5 people that actually walk along with him to the ring. And then when he goes to the ring or she goes to the ring, they go around the corner and they go stand behind the right, behind the cage, but on the side of the fighter. So they're basically the concept is they're cornering their fighter, right? Now, I'm going to put a pause right there and then circle back to that. You know, I've talked about this so many times, but in life, you're hit with so many different things all the time. It's not just once a month you're hit and you're good. It's not like that. It's unpredictable. It's, you never know, right? And he hits you. Sometimes he hits you really hard. Sometimes it's not as hard, but life will hit you, right? And sometimes you're just kind of doing this and you're gonna fall, but and you feel like there's nobody around. You know, you feel like alone. You feel like nobody really gets you. Nobody really understands you. Nobody um, empathizes with you or sympathizes with you, if you would, both. Um, Nobody really, is there for you. And I want to let you know that sometimes that's okay. You know, sometimes you may feel like you're inside the cage and the cage is closed and everybody else is outside the cage, but you got a big battle in front of you, right? You got this big fight in front of you, and you feel like you're all alone in that cage. There's nobody there. It's just you, the other fighter, and the referee. And you feel like you're going to take the hits. You're going to give the hits. Nobody else, right? But I want to remind you, if you're careful, um, you can pick the right corner men for you. Corner men, corner women, corner people. Sounds weird. Corner folks, okay, for you. And you don't need a ton of fans. That's what I'm trying to tell you. All you need is a couple people to believe in you, to walk up to the cage with you. When you get beat up, they're there to comfort you. They're there to heal the wounds, tell you what they saw, how you could improve, how you could change your game. All you need is couple of people. And I'm going to tell you, if you're careful, if you look, if you become that person yourself, if you become a corner man or a woman for somebody else, then it's very simple for you to attract that as well. You know, like I said, you're in that cage alone. Nobody else is there. You're the one fighting your battles, okay? That's understood. You can't say no to that, right? Nobody else is going to fight your battle. You're it. You're in that cage. Cage closes. Boom. You're it. You're going to fight the battle, right? But while you're fighting, although nobody is going to fight for you, you could have a couple people to back you up, to support you, to be a corner man or a corner folk to you, right? You don't have to always go through that alone. If you look around carefully, you may have one or two people that you can count on as a corner folk, right? And I think that's important because sometimes we lose sight of that. We lose the fact that, hey, you know what? We actually can, have somebody be there, kind of just to hear me out, to kind of be able to vent out, to kind of just, and if you don't have a couple people on your corner, that's okay. This is a perfect opportunity for you not only to become that, but to get to choose and handpick your corner folks. And, a good corner can get you to win the fight. A good corner can get you to win the fight. And so pick your corner folks carefully. Don't let just anybody walk you up to the cage. Don't let just anybody talk to you at the cage. Don't just let anybody be your corner folk, right? Pick those carefully, hand pick them. And like I said, if you don't have any, it's a perfect time. Perfect time to pick, perfect time to choose, and perfect time to become that person as well in somebody else's life. So hopefully you got some love, some inspiration, some value. If you feel like this was worthy of sharing, do what you got to do. Share away. Drop your thoughts, your comments, your feedback below. Let this feed grow. Folks, I really appreciate all the love that I'm getting on my reels. Like I said, this is way out of my comfort zone, and I'm actually kind of enjoying it. I'm not gonna lie. It's a little bit of work for some of these reels. I want to do a 1 minute reel so that I push myself. I know a lot of people do 15 or 30 seconds, but if it's a singing one, I want to do a 1 minute because I want to push myself. But there's a lot to remember. But again, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. That just kind of gives me a lot of love. Again, in Facebook, I'm not sure if most people are starting to see more of my reels in Facebook, but if you don't, I post a quote of the day in the morning via reel now. I don't just post it. So most of you have seen that and comment and like it, but my philosophical quote of the day, I start with actual reel. So anyway, hopefully you guys got some love out of this live. I appreciate you guys. Drop your thoughts, your comments below. Love, hate, whatever it is, drop it below. Let this feed grow. I appreciate you guys. And until tomorrow, when we do it all over again, much love.